Hello again and welcome to another Nick Beck's Watch Reviews. Today I bring you a brand new Seiko Prospex solar chronograph, and this is a compass bezeled watch, and the model number is SSC707P1 and it's the V176 solar movement. Exactly the same as the previous compass watch I had, but this is kind of the all black version, and saw this for a really bargain price at Ernest Jones recently and just had to have it. So I really like the blue version, but I really like the black version, if you know what I mean. Now it comes with the standard white Seiko box with the black inserts and leatherette cushion, with the larger outer white box, blue guarantee card, and the silver Seiko booklet. And just in front of the booklet there, this is a bit of a thing for a bit of a tribute to Michael Schumacher. That's a model of Michael Schumacher's Ferrari FXX. I'm a big fan of Michael's, so I do like to kind of put a car on the table occasionally with my watches, and today it's a Michael Schumacher Ferrari. So without further ado, let me bring the watch up to the camera and go through a few of the stats, the measurements and whatever, and what I think about the watch. So here we go. This is my new Seiko Compass Prospex chronograph. So as you can see, we've got a very kind of bluey black dial with the applied Seiko logo. We have the syringe-shaped hands and 3 sub-dials which are done in slightly lighter grey. So you've got the 1/20th of a second, the 1 minute, and the small second hand on the 9 there. This has luminous hands, and it has a pip on the 12, 3, 9 and 6, just to kind of let you know where things are, I guess, where the different digits are. You've got a very arrow-like second hand for the chronograph, and that's kind of about a third tipped in red. So you have the Prospex X and 200 meters for the water resistance. And like I say, this is a solar movement, and I'm told approximately 10 or 15 minutes in the daylight should charge it up for the full term of sort of more than 2 or 3 months. The black bezel has a coin edge, and if I bring it up to the camera, you can see it's kind of finished in like a satin black PVD coating, with the very kind of easy to read north, south, east and west. And the hands and numbers on this watch are very legible, and it has a pretty good loom, and I will give a loom shot, which is typical of Seiko. So turning the watch to the side, you can see the screw down crown just poking out there. The pushers are kind of this really tactile, there we go, gnarled finish, which is fantastic, and I will show you the chrono in action. The chamfered edge is polished black PVD, and if you look onto the top, it's kind of like a satin finish. And if I switch the watch round, you can see polished on the inside there, polished on the edge, and this kind of satin finish on top. Drilled lugs, so it's easy to change the strap. However, I don't think I will change this strap for a very long while, because it's a very tough, thick, black 22mm calf leather strap, and it's exceptional. It's absolutely very comfortable. Like I say, it's 22mm lugs. The watch case diameter is 44. You have a thickness of approximately 14, and I've measured the lug to lug at approximately 50. So it wears very nicely on the wrist, and it does curve round. So typical Seiko Hardlex crystal, which is ultra clear, and I don't know, I really like the Seiko Hardlex crystal. It's very cool. You've got the date window at 3 o'clock, and that's framed like a double frame, sort of like a 3D effect there. And I shall now screw in the screw down crown. It's quite a nice, like I say, most of this watch is a very tactile. I don't think I got it, that's onto the bite there. There we go. And you can now see the small second hand moving. So if I start the chronograph, you press the top pusher, and you'll see immediately the top second hand spinning around at 1/20 of a second, and the large second hand taking its seconds. So I'll stop that again with the top and just reset there. So moving around the watch, like I say, I have a very thick, and it is very thick, calf leather, black kind of textured strap with the signed Seiko buckle in black PVD. Flipping the watch over, you have this great, I think these are kind of standard thing on the prospects now. You have all the emergency signals and codes, which I think is really quite cool. And it's a screw down back. The watch itself, I would say, it's heavy, but it's not too heavy. It feels substantial. I think on a bracelet, it would be a much heavier watch because of the bracelet, obviously. I think it's a lovely style. I know black watches are very, very popular at the moment, and I think this one is executed very, very well. It's I don't know if there's an AR coating on the lens, but it does seem to be pretty good. It doesn't seem to have a lot of reflection. What I like about this watch is all the details. I love the drilled lugs. I think that's a fantastic thing. I love the gnarled buttons. I think that is a really nice touch. Now, going to the bezel, get it into focus there. The bezel is really kind of tight, and that's smooth, but very, very tight. So that's not going to kind of jog by accident. I think that'll probably sort of stay there. I like the difference in textures. I think the textured sort of brushing on top there and the polished edges is a really nice detail. Let's go on out of focus. There we go, back into focus. I think that is a superb thing. I love Seikos. I think they're a brilliant watch. Very, very impressed with every Seiko I've had. I love the back. I think the back really kind of, I'll just turn that over there, really kind of sets things off. I think that's, you know, a real detail, and that's quite a talking point if somebody actually asks you to take your watch off and have a look. And unfortunately, I have absolutely no idea what any of the codes are, but typical of me. But so there's the Seiko SSC707P1 solar chronograph, and I will now give you some wrist shots. And as you'll see through the video, I've shown you some different photographs. So there we go. That's the Seiko compass chrono on the wrist. As you can see, it's quite a thick watch, but it's not uncomfortable at all. It seems to fit very nicely. The strap is very, very soft and supple. However, I don't think it's going to lose its shape for a long time. You know, I think this really will kind of go the distance. Seiko straps seem to have really come to their kind of worth now. They're really, really well made, and I love this watch. It's an expensive kind of entry-level solar chronograph, if you like. I think this retails at about £350 to £400. Obviously, I didn't pay anything like that. I was very, very lucky with that. But I think it's really worth it because, as you know, I love Seikos, and I think you really are getting a nice talking piece. It's a very dramatic looking watch, if you like, very professional looking. The black kind of understates it a bit, and it's a real talking point. And I really, really think Seiko have come of age. You know, I mean, they've always been a great watch, but now I think if you spend sort of under £500, I don't think you can beat Seiko. I really don't. Maybe Tissot are kind of close, but I really don't think you can beat Seiko. And also, I think with these Seiko watches, they probably look like a more expensive watch, and they're coming in at a really good price. So that's enough of me kind of blowing Seiko's trumpet, but I love them. I think they're fantastic watches. And that's the new Seiko Compass chronograph. So please leave your comments in the column below, and any questions. Again, still loving your feedback and all the information you're giving me. Thanks to all my new subscribers and of course my existing subscribers. Without you guys, this would be, kind of a bit pointless. And I really, really enjoy doing this. So thanks again, everybody, for listening. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.